The Building Young Men project started in 2016 as a response to the needs of the mental health and well-being of young men in our community, and we're very lucky and blessed to have the backing of the Penrith Panthers Rugby League Club in delivering our programs and operations across to boys in high schools across the Penrith area.
There's a lot of myths around men's health and men willing to talk about their health and their well-being, and this program has really broken down those myths and the stigma that surrounds men's health and men's well-being. Typically we hear out there in the community that men don't want to talk about stuff, and that's just not the case in our experience. Through the process of the 20 weeks, they practice what it means to be part of a group and what it means to be part of a team. They learn things like confidence. They learn things like courage to speak up and speak their mind. They learn things about the art of conversation.
You know, telling our own stories and telling the boys when we were their age what we did and what we got up to and what we learnt out of that, you know, and hopefully through that storytelling process they pick up on some of those things and they realise where they've done good or where they could do better or differently.
There's a lot of boys that hear the stories of men and the trauma that they've experienced and the hardships that they've experienced, and there's countless stories of these boys standing up and saying, actually I'm going to persevere through the challenges that are facing me.
I think the key to getting them engaged in the program is just being genuine and authentic with them.
We start seeing a real sense of connection and camaraderie between the group. And that connection then starts to move towards boys feeling a lot more comfortable in terms of feeling open enough to be vulnerable with some of their feelings and some of their emotions and dealing with some of the difficulties they have in their lives.
I love it how everybody opens up, shows their true self to everybody, which then helps other people bring out their true self.
We've actually got an alumni program as part of the ongoing relationship. It's not just 20 weeks that we're talking about actually, it's a lifetime mentoring relationship. And this alumni program allows previous mentees to come back and visit previous mentors, sit, talk about life and where they've come from and how they've grown.
And start to transition from being a mentee to being a mentor in a more informal capacity through those catch-ups where we get all of our alumni together and do things on a broader scale.
Boys are just coming back in droves. They're just coming back in big numbers because they really value these relationships. They see them as worthwhile.
The families are very much involved in the rites of passage elements of our program. So at the end of the 24-hour challenge, all the parents and families and whoever is a big part of the boys' life are invited then to celebrate the final parts of those rites of passage processes.
The boys increase their networks and opportunities just from knowing the other boys in the group and the mentors in the group.
One of the boys that graduated in 2018, his father is now a mentor. He saw how powerful and important it was and the change that was occurring with his young man. He wanted to come back and actually be a mentor himself.
The way that they now look out for each other as well, you know, they're opening up, and where the boys are vulnerable and they might cry at times, they support each other, they don't make fun of each other.
To me, I think it will help all of us to overcome challenges more easier and be a bigger man and don't let any little things let you down at all.
It's fun, gets me outside, gets me to hang out with some friends, and it's just really nice to be able to just open up, I guess you'd say, talk to people, and yeah, I would recommend this to everyone.
So that model of group mentoring is one that we've developed a really solid sequential program that now we think can be quite easily replicated in other school environments, and we're now moving into that realm where we can develop manuals and training procedures to have this type of model replicated quite easily into other school-based environments.
This group has really shown me that there's a lot of men out there in the community who are willing to give their time to young men and help them talk about the difficulties and the complexities of teenage life, of emerging adulthood, and bringing these men together in a social space where they have opportunity to explore this stuff with younger men has been a really, really beneficial experience.